Challenges in implementations: excessive customization, dilemma of internal integration, poor understanding of business implications and requirements, a lack of change management, poor data quality, misalignment of IT with business, hidden costs, limited training, and lack of top management support. Those are the main reasons why projects fail, why ERP systems fail. This business process management is ultimately the biggest delivery of a successful implementation project of ERP. Because what it does is unpacks not only the requirement, in the joint design of those business process flows, what it's going to do is it's going to get acceptance and understanding. There's going to be no skeletons in the closet. And right up front, you're going to identify any shortcomings. This feature is not in our system. I'm sorry, Mr. Customer. The reality was you didn't ask for it at any time. We didn't identify it at any time. It's not there. This is how we recommend we are going to resolve that. Is there going to be a manual process? Is it going to be automated? Is there going to be a workflow? All of it is documented. There are no surprises. So finally, once the business analysts, the project managers have completed all of this, they go away and the implementation team comes in, they install the software, and they basically then ensure that the software does as is described on the business processes. Okay, so the role in ERP system selection. I've put that in there because what we are increasingly finding is that previously ERP systems were selected by companies producing what in the industry is called the RFP, or you could have heard an RFQ or a RFI, and either one, it doesn't matter. It's just basically a laundry list of 2,000 features or hoops that they're asking whether your system can jump through it. And I can ask you if the system's got all 2,000 of those features. And you honestly can look at your system and reply yes to all of them. Honestly. But what it doesn't unpack is if feature number 39 and 700 can actually work in conjunction together, and how it's going to do that for your business. It doesn't also unpack the amount of processes and steps within a system that are required for you to do feature number 500. So the selection of ERP systems is shifting more and more to a business process model. And the business process model says, dear Mr. Customer, prior to us telling you conclusively whether one, our software is fit for purpose in your organization, or what system you should be looking at, we recommend that what you do is you first model, you blueprint your business. We can assist you with that. We can facilitate it. We can help you model and get to the answer of what ultimately you require. Your go-to model. You're not your as-is model. Your go-to model. Your go-to model should already take efficiencies and benefits into account. Okay? So the third question is, well, what is the role of business process management ongoing after companies implement it? Business process management or business process modeling or SYSPRO process modeling, there's a whole lot of different terms for it, is not just for the implementation of your system. It should be your go-to framework that you can answer first the question, if I remove this process or these steps on this process from my business, what is going to be the impact long term? Who's it going to affect? Peggy in accounts, John in stores, Sandile in operations. Okay? That's what it's trying to do. So it's a constant review. It's a living, breathing document. It's a model of your business, and you should go to there first to understand what the causes and effects are of implementing any changes. And you can also utilize it saying, well, that was my go-to model. Now this is my new go-to model. And it's fantastic because you operate with the business analyst for it. You get to that answer. And then it's very easy to translate that to an IT company to assist you in implementing that business software for your business. Okay, so further uses. There are some additional uses. There are some companies that have to conform to ISO. ISO basically is a standards board, and it basically says, for our industry, we want to ensure that you have followed these processes in a company, that you have followed these standards. Very important. Can you imagine? Food, medical devices, pharmaceuticals, very important. Manufacturing, the standards, ISO 9001. So it places an onus on you to document your processes, to document your training, to document your onboarding, your skills, how you handle exceptions, all of that. And then they come back and they test you to see if you've actually followed that. In order to remain accredited, they come in and they test you. Tell us what you do, and we're going to come in and test you afterwards to see if you are doing it. Okay? So it's useful because a lot of companies actually utilize a business process modeling, the SPM, as a way to align their ISO. So it's a natural output that comes out of it. It produces a lot of what the requirements of ISO is. It also allows you to document your standard operating procedures. You can put all the notations, etc. on there so that Peggy knows when I'm doing check processing in accounts payable, these are my specific steps, this is a standard operating procedure, and when I'm finished, I'll throw it over the wall to the next person who does X, Y, and Z. Okay? It also allows for onboarding. Peggy, unfortunately, is pregnant. That happens. I don't know. It happens to women, I've heard. Okay. So she's going to go on maternity leave. So they decide not to actually take someone to replace her for those 4 months, but rather separate and split out her functions to a couple of able-bodied people in the organization. So I can go to my model and answer the question, where all does Peggy touch our processes? What's the standard operating procedure for it? John, will you take the check processing for the next 3 months? Okay. It also provides for you to get a very holistic view of change management. We know change is good. Don't believe the press. Change is brilliant. Change is the only constant. If you don't change, you stagnate. That change management, I can go and have a look at it and I can do an impact analysis. If I do this and that, it's going to change this in my business.